So, contemplating with me today is about the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I feel like that's something that I have heard my entire life. And every time I hear it, like a little piece of my heart just like dies. It's not a positive thing to say to somebody. It doesn't make people feel better. It doesn't make the situation better. But I think that people say it because they don't know how to react to trauma and people going through a trauma. So we're taught to look at the light. If we go back to, religious teachings and things like that, instead of going and sitting with discomfort, you look to the light, you go to the light, you are, light seeking, being whatever. Because sitting with discomfort and recognizing trauma and patterns is hard. And it's hard to see somebody that you know or love or care about go through a trauma. And, a lot of times people, they clam up when they're around that. And so they don't have anything else to say except for, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, that is bullshit. So I've been dealing with traumas pretty consistently my entire life. And I'll get into that in a separate sort of video series. Finally open up about my life and what brought me to this point and the illness and everything. But that said, like I said earlier, every time someone says that, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, to me, a little part of my heart like shrivels and dies, and that's because I know that it's doing the opposite. I know that all of these things that I have went through and experienced have caused a reaction, a physical reaction in my body, whether it be changing in my brain patterns slowly over time, that neuroplasticity sort of thing, or stress hormones, fight or flight response, something like that. It's created physical symptoms that over time have done the opposite than make me stronger. They have created a chronic illness, because when someone says that to you, you're trying to look at the bright side, and then it's like, well, is it okay to talk about it? Is it okay to sit with this? Is it okay to release this into the world? Is it okay to feel the way that I'm feeling? Maybe this is a blessing. Maybe this is a lesson. Maybe this is, something good, positive, eventually will be, which I don't think is necessarily wrong, but that's not what we're going for in that moment, right? We do have patterns because of our traumas and because of how we've learned to deal with them and how people have reacted to us when we have them. We've learned to be quiet, or we've learned to be angry, or we've learned different patterns of fight or flight, things like that. So yes, it is an experience to learn from your patterns and the positions that you're putting yourself in that keep you in these trauma scenarios. But also, a lot of times it's just dumb luck or whatever, that you fall into this situation. I can't think of a single time where I was like, oh, thank goodness I went through this traumatic experience, because now I feel like I can do anything. No, that's not, what it feels like. And I would really love to stop glorifying going through traumatic experiences and having hardships as something that you come out the other side this better, stronger, more knowledgeable, whatever person. Yeah, maybe you gain insights, maybe you gain life lessons, maybe you gain these things, but first you need to sit with it. You need to sit in the darkness, you need to sit in the trauma, you need to sit in the shadow, and you need to work through it. And people need to understand that instead of just skipping over that part. We can't just skip that part. That's not how it works. That's how it gets stored in the body. And that's how it does the opposite than make us stronger. That's how it slowly eats us alive from the inside out. So anyway, what doesn't kill you doesn't make you stronger. It could, in fact, kill you. So let's stop saying that, and let's make it okay for people to talk about their state, their mental state, and how they're feeling, and be honest about it instead of, well, here's a sympathy card and walk away. Something really tragic happened. I don't know what to say. I'm awkward. What doesn't kill you make you stronger.